Hello, everyone. So I just came back from watching The Ballerina, the newest film in the John Wick franchise. So before I go any further, yeah, there were some technical difficulties. If you, in a way, there was a power outage. So in my local movie theater, like I was supposed to watch this movie, on opening night on opening weekend but there was a power outage at my movie theater, and yeah, it was just there was no power, there was no nothing, and that was great. So everything had to be so I had to postpone this movie review, and just the whole thing, it was a mess. Sadly, it was a mess, but everything's good now. Everything's back to normal, so that's good. But anyway, yes, The Ballerina. So this film takes place in between, from what I read and did some research, it takes place in between chapter 3 and chapter 4 of the John Wick films, which explains why John Wick is alive in this film. We see Keanu Reeves when, spoiler alert if you haven't seen chapter 4. But it's been some time, but yeah, John Wick dies in chapter 4. So here we are with The Ballerina. I haven't seen any single movie with Ana de Amas. De Amas. I haven't seen any movie from her. I know she was in I think The Gray Man, this movie with Chris Evans, like Apple TV Ghosted, which I heard terrible things about. She was also in Blade Runner 2049, which I haven't seen. Like all those movies, like you guys seen it. Everyone's seen it, but I haven't seen it. I wasn't exposed to those movies, and I didn't really know it. So this is the first film for me where I'm introduced to her as an actress, and I thought her acting and performance in this movie was really good. It was really good and great. And I'm call I heard, like, James Gunn is currently writing the script for his new Wonder Woman movie, and I will say this: Anna, Anna's like should be on that list for contestants for people for the next person to become the next Wonder Woman. But yeah, she's definitely but yeah, she definitely proves that in this film. Um but yeah, like this film, the best way I can describe The Ballerina is that there's it's a 2 hour, like, just nonstop action. Little there's like some brief moments of dialogue, but then it's just action, action, action. It's an action extravaganza. It's an action orgy. Just action, 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 and then pause, maybe some quick exchange of dialogue, and then back to action, action, action. And don't get me wrong, like the action sequences are like brutal and bloody. Some of them are like straight up nasty, and some of them are pretty creative, especially with the kitchen, especially in the kitchen scene, which I won't spoil. But yeah, like that's pretty much all I have. That's pretty much there is with The Ballerina. It's just action, action, action. um, I mean, and then like some like moments of dramatic moments and tensions are interrupted by like cutting by going back into or cutting into another action sequence. And like you guys know, I feel like I understand the director's, point of view. um like the John Wick movies are just nonstop. There are like a lot of scenes in the John Wick movies where it's just it's just, nonstop action takes, and they're brutal and badass. But at least at the John Wick movies, there were There weren't like small amounts. There were like a lot of, you know, dramatic moments and tensions, um, that that you get to step back and just enjoy. Um, I mean, I don't know. Like that's all I have to. That's really it for, for this, for John. Excuse me, for the Ballerina. It's just an action orgy, and I love some of it. Like some of it is just, it's great. But yeah, the I mean, I don't know what else to say. I will say the way this film is structured. I remember. Another thing I will say about the Ballerina is that it's is the way that the film is structured. And what I'm about to say is not a spoiler. I'm not spoiling anything about what's going on in the movie. So just keep that in mind. So the movie starts off, and it's just an origin, and then we get to see Anna, transition into her training, her transition into becoming the ballerina. And then like the way the film is structured and plays out, it's just pretty. I don't want to say cliche, but I can't think of any other word but cliche at the moment. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say for the Ballerina. I mean, if I have to rank this film with the other John Wick films, this would be straight up dead last. I mean, unless you include the Continental is way worse. Is worse than the Ballerina. I'd rather watch the Ballerina over that Continental prequel TV show on Peacock, which was utter garbage. Like the first episode was the first, oh, maybe not the first, but like the last episode was the third episode was great. I think there was 3 episodes. Each one of them was like an hour and like 30 minutes or something. I don't know. I don't really care. I know Mel Gibson was like the villain of the show. But anyway, yeah, that's like that Continental show. That Continental TV show shit was straight up dead last. But and then this would be like second to last. So yeah, that's how I would rank. That's how I would rank the Ballerina with all the others. It would be definitely last in the films, but it's still good. It's still a really good movie. The Ballerina is still a really good movie. Don't get me wrong. It's just nothing but nonstop action. There's no like story. There's no story. There's just like there's nothing. There's some talking, dialogue, talking, and then action, 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 action. I mean, and then some talking, and then just going back into action. It just goes back and forth. It's pretty straightforward. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much all I have to say for the Ballerina. Um, yeah, I mean, pretty straightforward. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking time to listen to my review. My thoughts, please like and subscribe. Definitely subscribe because that would help me and my YouTube channel out a lot. Please like and subscribe. Yeah, do all that great stuff, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.